So, back out here in the swamp. Here's where I've been traveling. He's going to extend the road back about 100 feet. But I got stuck pretty good there one day up by my truck, so I think that's the story of my life. Goddamn stump. The old 550 out. I've been trying not to travel it. If they're extending the road here next week, I won't waste my time hauling brush. So I've started a little pile back here yesterday. This is all hard ground. So that way when they extend the road, I can just throw it on and take it over. 2 pines there. It's a big one there. That one's got a good lean. It's not near the house, so that's an easy one. But these two here, this outside one's not bad. It's actually got a lean that way. But the one more towards that house, it's got a lot of limb weight hanging towards the house. So hopefully I got enough wedges and I can find them all. Normally I run around like a chicken with my head cut off looking for my wedges, so I got them in my pocket anyway. Put some fuel in this beast, and so that one will come down easy anyway because it's got a pretty good lean. It just makes a mess because I got a good road I'm traveling. It's pretty clean right now, but as soon as I drop that in it, of course all them limbs will be... Anyway, that's not a big deal. I can throw the big stuff out of the way with the log loader, but it's just nice to have a decent road to drive through. I cut quite a hole under there yesterday, so anyway. Now I've been here quite a while, but I haven't been here in theory. These 3 weeks I guess I took out of here, so I had some other stuff to do, some projects to get finished up, so. And I got a guy wanting maybe me to cut another lot off. And then another guy wanted me to cut some pine for him. But I gotta get time to do all that. He wants it done. I guess it's good pine, it's good cutting. Get a lot done in a short time because it is good wood. I just can't be here and there at the same time. And this needs to be finished up. So this is my hole I got punched in. Quite a section there I nipped out yesterday. As you can see, the ground's not hard back here by no means. I gotta go find my axe. I guess I left that here yesterday. There you can see, the ground's not hard. When you do punch through it, of course, it's so waterlogged in here, just backfills with water. know if you can tell from that, but probably not very well. But now that tree's gone, you can really see all the weight's leaning. The trees get quite a kink in her that way. But it's got quite a lean that way, which is down into our woods, which will be the saving grace, I think. Now I take this one here too. Of course, it's all getting cleared off. I was hoping to get this section done by the house on a calm day, which today's a beautiful day for it. And it's got quite a lean back on the house. You twisted up old pine, it's hard to tell what they're doing for leans, I find anyways. Yeah, limmy old things, twisted up. One piece is going one way, the other piece is going the other, so if I nip these little buggers out of here, that'll clean this up. Maybe I can try to get a better look at it. In by the house like this, you definitely don't want to be making too many mistakes. A lot of limb weight on this side. Yeah, I can't really tell which way, because it's quite hard leaning that way here, but then the top goes back that way, so good strong hinge. Hopefully it'll just go where I want it, because I don't want to be putting nothing on anybody's house. Yeah, that one's ugly, but when a cutting near something you don't want to hit, especially a house, when you're finishing your cut, you should always be standing on the side you can still see the house. Because if you cut the hinge off too much on the side towards the house, I mean, it still takes the strength out of the hinge, but it's not going to fall over on the house as if you were to reach being on the other side of the tree. If you were cutting off on this side, which would be your side you'd be looking in the woods, you could easily reach in here and nip off too much hinge on the side you don't see, obviously. So you should always be on the side you can still see what you're planning to miss. That way you can make sure that hinge is good and strong on that side. Anyway, I better cut the limbs off this, junk it. Good chunk of wood. Some pine here, ooh, sticky. Pine in here has been pretty good. Say these limbs would be all my beautiful road I had, but what can you do? They'll crunch up a little bit, but once it gets to these top sections here, they're a little harder to make a log. And some of them, I mean, you can't even get 8 feet out of it. It's kind of a shame, but like here's that big ugly crook. See, yeah, pretty well. You come up, get a good log off the end, big crook, maybe 8. Well, even here is a good example of how it's hard to get a stick out of it. It's a good log on the end, maybe 10, 12 foot. Might be able to get in crooked, more so crooked 8 out of it. Maybe another one, hopefully. Of course, the more I can get out of it, the more worthwhile it is for me to cut them. Anyway. This is why it's important to pay attention to how the log's sitting and where it's going to go when you cut it. towards that small first. Now pine can be kind of a pig because it is so brittle. I can imagine by the sound it made. This is crooked old ugly stick anyway. Yeah, see there, she broke the top of it. Which I think is alright because it's, well, it might have been still good there, unfortunately. Moved to there, but anyway, it'd be the same deal with this one. See, it's crooked and looks like the ocean, so it'll be basically 8 footers. Now that one I just cut, I can't see from here, I should have been closer, but you can see I have a couple blocks snipped off it. I only got like 2 8-footers out of that, and the top one is not a nice 8-footer, but anyway, that's how poor that is. And this should make up for it. That's straight right to the top. This is the one right here beside the house. Anyway, see what we can do here. Gets the blood pumping anyway. Put it right on that stump. close. There's her stump, a little off, but everything pushed it this way. That's what we'll say. I got the saw. It was pretty well like new. She's been taking a fair bit of abuse anyway. Really, really liking this 24-inch burr. I thought it was a little slow in the small stuff at first, but now that you're used to it, it buzzes right along. But there's her junks off the end, rotting in the center. I had to junk it that far up before I could get a oh, I had 10 feet off it there. See, that's not a nice 8-footer, quite a crook in it. And the same with the one ahead of it. But anyway. Alright, well, I'm going to get to her here. I can get more done when I'm not fooling with the camera, but anyway, don't forget to like, follow along, subscribe, or whatever. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Now you see them stumps, they're not very high. The more you leave on the ground, the less valuable that stick of wood is. You wouldn't leave your money laying on the ground. You don't want to leave your wood there either.